Hello everybody and welcome to Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. It's a cross-conference matchup today in the opening week of the 2025 season between two very young football teams looking for a great start to a hopeful campaign as the Carolina Panthers hit the road today ready to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback matchup today, but all eyes will be on rookies as it will be Travis Hunter taking the field offensively and defensively, something very few players ever have had the honor of doing. And on the other side, it is going to be McMillan, the big wide receiver out of Arizona, making a difference for the Panthers. And getting us started here will be Cam Little for the opening kickoff. And we are underway from Everbank Stadium. Return is taken from inside the 5-yard line for Jimmy Horn Jr., I believe, out to the 30. And begins drive number 1 for Bryce Young. What a great end to his 2025 season he had. The first couple of games, most people would have thought he would be a bust. One of the worst number 1 overall quarterbacks ever, joining Jamarcus Russell. But all of a sudden, a leaf seemed to turn. The gears began to shift. And now he is looking more and more like a franchise quarterback, going toe-to-toe with some of the biggest teams in the league last year. See if he can keep that up into 2025. Man in motion, that is Jatavion Sanders. On the opening play on first and 10, it's Bryce Young, well protected, and he will fire that one complete in the flat. Check that. That is actually Tommy Tremble with a 3-yard pickup. Welcome everybody joining me today. SM Lab, Lestat back in this one. Santoriu, John Zeller, and everyone else joining me throughout. Glad to have you guys in here for another great one. Very excited to watch this game between two young teams. Very interesting to see how their off seasons go, as there is Chuba Hubbard, the Oklahoma State Cowboy, bouncing it outside. And a great tackle made by Foye Oluokun after a 1-yard toss. Trevor Etienne, Travis Etienne, you are correct. I did notice that, actually. That'll be an interesting matchup. Pretty cool to look out and watch that one. Early third down here for the Carolina offense. And a blitz coming from Jacksonville. That is dealt with nicely. Ball is out and complete for a first down. And that is Xavier Leggetti. Had a great rookie season. In terms of Carolina Panther football, obviously there were some receivers that outperformed him. Likes of Xavier Worthy, of course, Brock Bowers. Probably the most notable target. Definitely an underrated name, and now adding the likes of McMillan to their arsenal. Only going to help this offense rise to the level of their competition. Young will check this one down to Chuba Hubbard, and a spin move will keep him on his feet right across the midfield stripe. Have had a hell of a day, so this better be a good game. Yeah, you and Chili both need Jacksonville, I believe. What up, King Chavert? Happy Sunday to you as well. Hope it's been a good one. Young of the Panthers at the 49 of Jacksonville. Young stepping up, and we'll check it down again. Great decision. And that is one thing you've got to applaud him on. As of late, seems he is more and more relaxed as a professional player now. Doesn't have to assert himself too much offensively. A check down for 5 yards is better than a contested 30-yard pass all day, every day. And once again, this brings an opportunity for a Jacksonville stop on 3rd and short. Handoff is to Hubbard, and he is going to get there with the extra effort. Beautiful display of strength there from the 30-year running back, I believe. And the drive continues for Carolina. 2 early 3rd down conversions. And once again, we are almost halfway through the first quarter. We have got to get these quarter lengths up soon. From the shotgun now, Bryce Young sets McMillan in motion. First time calling his name out. And a little pitch is going to go to the rookie here. Some trickery from Carolina. And his first pickup will go for 4. And now's probably not a great time to ask. Does anyone know how to pronounce this guy's first name? I'm going to stay away from it until I'm absolutely sure. It's something. Is it like Tetaroa? That sounds right, but I'm not sure yet. The rookie McMillan picks up 4 on his first completion of his entire career. Young off the RPO this time, going to find Tommy Tremble in the flat. Good decision, and a first down, gain of 12. Tataroa, got you. All right, good to know. Yeah, there were times in the past, I think Colt Kmet's probably the biggest example. You're like, how do you mess up that name? I just thought the K was silent back in 2022. So you live and you learn, just like Bryce Young. For the last couple of seasons, nice handoff is going to Chuba Hubbard. Good tackle, though. Made at the 18. Panthers have broken the entrance to the red zone, looking to make their way into the end zone. Already a long touchdown drive. Is Tet an actual nickname he might go by, though? Xavier Leggetti at the top of the screen. Just one catch for him so far today, as Chuba Hubbard motions out of the backfield. Young with a 5-step drop, trying to step up in the pocket. It collapses around him. He is sacked. Chuba still chugging always. Yeah, he had a legacy game last year. Can't remember against who, but it's happened. One of Madden's favorite quarterbacks, that is for certain. I loved him in college. Obviously, I don't think he's gotten enough professional experience yet for me to fall in love with him like Bucky Irving, but maybe this year's his breakout year. That is what Carolina's hoping for at the very least. 3rd and 9. Young is better protected this time. Still doesn't have all day. Almost threw that picked off. Dangerous. What up, KWL? What up, Chili? Way to correct yourself. I think it is Leggetti. And the extra point, or the field goal attempt, I should say. A 41-yarder for Matthew Wright, former Kansas City Chief, is up and good. Carolina opens up the score. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I looked up, hang on. Xavier Leggett's pronunciation. Xavier Leggett. Oh, it is Leggett. Okay, yesterday. Oh, hang on. And a return will be taken here for Jacksonville out to the 29-yard line. You know, it's funny, because I looked this up yesterday, and AI told me completely different than what it's telling me right now. That is very weird. Okay, maybe you are right. Leggett. Sounds more correct. What up, BG Pro? Watching you, Panthers Maple Leafs Game 7. That is something I wanted to watch, too. Probably going to catch the third period, which is all that I really care about. It's tied 0-0 right now, so we're all good. Do not trust AI. I know they switch on me all the time. What up, Luca? Long time no see. Glad to have you in here. Jacksonville's opening drive beginning from their own 29. The first taste of Travis Hunter in the regular season. That pass is going right to him off the rip. An 8-yard pickup for the rookie out of Colorado. Did not see any sign of him on defense. Right now listed at cornerback 4 on the depth chart. He is behind Jerrion Jones, Tyson Campbell, and Jordan Lewis, the former Cowboy. So got some climbing the ladder to do on the defensive side, but immediately gets the nod on the offensive end. Trevor Lawrence off the play action, sets his feet, checks this one down, complete, and enough to pick up the first down. That one going to Allen. That is his fullback, I believe. Based on the number. I guess I can't trust numbers anymore because they, I guess, allow anyone to wear any number. I thought that change was dumb, personally. See if Travis Etienne gets his first handoff. Not on this occasion. Lawrence once more down the field, connecting. And that is Brian Thomas Jr. Marker is down. And we'll check on this one. And it's coming back. What up, Theo Isaac? Give BTJ the ball. Well, right on cue, BTJ gets the ball, but it is brought back. Seems to happen on most deep passes in Madden. That is a brutal drive killer potentially for Jacksonville, as here is Travis Etienne's first carry going backwards. Tackle for loss is made. Just a 1-yard loss, though. Put Travis Hunter on both sides. Yes, he is. Shout out to NFL roster guru, by the way. Hooked me up, really helped me out. I would have been lost. What up, Border Worlds? Now an uphill battle for Jacksonville. Looking at Tiger take the lead on their opening drive as Lawrence goes left side contested, and a great pass breakup. And let's see who that is. That is Michael Jackson, not to be confused with the Michael Jackson on the pass breakup. Him and J.C. Horn looking to wreak some havoc on the defensive end for Carolina today. Not feeling the Panther upset. I don't disagree. Good pass break up there, though, from cornerback one here in Carolina. Lawrence back to it, looking to escape the pocket, and he is sacked by Bobby Brown. It's the former Ram. And a great start for Carolina as the big boys celebrating together. Man, you know what I need right now? I mentioned this earlier in the Discord. If you guys were in chat earlier, paid attention to it. Our last 3 games, we have had 0 turnovers combined. I feel like we're due for a big man touchdown today. We're going to get a big man scoop and score. And you know what? I hope it's either him or Shy Tuttle. On for the punt for Jacksonville is Sam Martin, or excuse me, this is Logan Cook. Getting this one away. It's an end-over-end kick returnable from the 15, and this is Jimmy Horn Jr., another wide receiver from Colorado. Lots of family ties in this game. Trevor and Travis Etienne on opposite ends of the football. And he got 2 wide receivers out of Colorado going head-to-head in this one as well. Discord is in the About section of my channel, or a mod can drop it in here if you would like. As this should be our final play of the first quarter. Been all Carolina in a quick first 8 minutes from Everbank Stadium. A screen pass is checked down, complete to Chuba Hubbard. Good blocking and great vision, picks up the first down. And a 10-yard gain will take us to the end of one. It's Carolina 3, Jacksonville nothing. Halfway to halftime. Tyler Shogun. Handoff is to Hubbard again, and again, it's a great gain of 6. Why the Shy Tuttle shade? I know he was he played for the Saints, if I'm not mistaken. He was their DT. Yes, surprisingly, and I was impressed by the vision, too, on that screen pass. Doesn't happen too often. Well, Chuba Hubbard has some great vision. His 3rd consecutive touch, yet he's going over his own teammate for the first down rush. What a play. Well, if they're there to block for you, may as well use them as leverage when they're on the ground. Improvisation, although his teammate probably will fill that one in the morning. Taking a spiked cleat to the back. Doesn't feel good. And the Panthers threatening once again on their second drive. Chest level snap taken, and a halfback draw is devoured by Foye Oluokun once again. Stiff arming Matt Ryan on Thanksgiving. That's who that was. That's incredible. Garbage is a nose tackle. I mean, to each their own. I don't know too much about him, but that makes sense. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Bryce Young facing a 4-man rush. He is going to launch this one out of bounds. Maybe felt a little bit of false pressure in the pocket that time. I got you real quick. That probably has expired. Didn't even notice. But let me get you a fresh one here. Hopefully this will do the trick. There you go. 3rd and 10 once again. Everbank Stadium. Getting loud and proud here in week 1. Bryce Young going to step up in the pocket, doing it himself for the first down. No worries. I don't know why Discord links are like created to expire. I know you can make them not expire, but it's like, what was the original point of making expirable links? I don't know. Bryce Young showing off his dual threat ability. Right back to the bell cow. Chuba Hubbard into the red zone, trying to continue, and he dives down at the 20. Any fan base is not represented in MSG. I'd have to sit down and make a list of people. Definitely over, the history of the channel, I think we've gotten everyone. We have a Chargers fan, so I feel like that's the final box we'd have to check. We'll see. Adam Thielen yet to be targeted in this one. He was the security blanket last season. That pass batted away. What a play in the end zone. And the defensive end by Eric Murray. Heroic effort to keep 6 off the board for Carolina. Just about picked off. Not quite. Now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Bryce Young, flat-footed in the pocket, steps and fires down the middle, and it goes to Leggett. 1st and goal for the Panthers, a 13-yard pickup, and they march. Bryce looking good right now. And the 2 undefeated pick'ems, not so much. Tataroa McMillan one-on-one at the top of the screen in press coverage. Keep an eye on the rookie, but here's a pin pull right side to Hubbard, trying to kick it. And he is taken down at the 5, a gain of 2. I think this will be a great game. I think this is a very beautiful introduction to 2 teams that have been through the ringer. Carolina on the uprise. Jacksonville had a great draft. We'll see what happens. 5 yards to the end zone, looking to open up the touchdown to this game is Bryce Young. 5-man rush. He escapes and will escape for a touchdown. Carolina adding to it on the road. Panthers ahead by 2 scores. A rushing touchdown for Bryce Young. Not afraid of the spotlight here in week 1 of 2025. Looking to become a fundamentally veteran quarterback in the NFL. Most underrated player, running back in the league. Chuba Hubbard, yeah, he's probably up there. Doesn't get a lot of looks just because he's on the Panthers. That's a fair shot as Matthew Wright stepping back up for the extra point. And Wright puts this one right down the middle. Carolina leads 10-0 after 2 possessions. An 11-play, 66-yard drive. That was pretty. 4:16 left for Jacksonville to respond here. Yeah, I feel like each team has about 3 or so possessions per half. I don't know how I feel about that. Wish it was more, but it is what it is. Yeah, trying to think fan bases. I'm not sure if I remember any Patriots fans off the top of my head, which is wild to think about. And again, it'll be a return taken here for Jacksonville. Out to the 29-yard line. Jags starting out unsuccessful on that opening drive. Looking to bounce back. Lawrence took a sack. Also had that penalty, that ineligible man downfield that took away a 1st down. Set them back quite a bit. And a 107-yard disparity between these 2 teams as Etienne looking to get the offense rolling. And Jordan Lewis and Michael Jackson there on the tackle. Trayvon Morag as well, that is the former Raider. Do we have a Lions fan? It's a good question. J.C. Horn pick incoming. Legends, no. Etienne lining up 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage here. And we'll get the handoff up the middle. More great vision. Both these backs showing it off. Saints or Giants legit might go 0-17 or 1-16. I think the Browns might have to have a shot too. I'm going to sit down and do my full season predictions here soon. I've been meaning to get to that recently, but did not get to it today. Whole lot of big boys out there on a 3rd and short. Battle of the line of scrimmage, won by Jacksonville, and so was the 1st down. Great blocking out in front right there. That is Johnny Munt, I believe. And it is. Played tight end. More realistically, played more fullback in Minnesota most recently. And so the Jaguars drive continues to the 43. Lawrence going deep down the sideline. Got him in and has got separation to the end zone for the touchdown. Jacksonville on the board at home. And it's De'Ami Brown. I think his name's wrong on here, or his number. Trevor Lawrence connecting with the former Washington Commander De'Ami Brown, who steps through the seams, beats Michael Jackson, and has gone to the end zone. Beat it, just beat it. Chili jinxed it at the perfect time. Some might call that perfect time. I'm getting a Shadur emote in my chat. I have to. I should get emotes from like one player from every team. Extra point here for Cam Little will make this a 3-point game once again. Kind of forget how to make emotes, but I'll figure it out. I love to make at least one, whether it's a logo or like, I don't know, it could be a bear down thing, it could be a fly eagles fly, how about them Cowboys, whatever it is. I don't know. I feel like one per team is a pretty healthy number though. We'll see what happens. Stefanski on the hot seat? I mean, I don't know. Hard to imagine. Carolina on the return from inside their own 5-yard line. Out to the 28. Bryce Young taking over. 2 scoring drives so far. Panthers making the postseason, I would agree. What up, Cardinal Sim? What up, Levi? Greetings from State 48. Glad to have you in here. Not a hot take, TBH. They could this year. I agree. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with the eventual Super Bowl champs last year. Nobody can take that away from them. This Carolina team is young and hungry. Chuba Hubbard looking to bounce this one outside. Voyasade Aluakun has had his number all day. That's his 3rd tackle on Chuba Hubbard alone. And right now, he is the difference between probably 21-7. And Carolina trotting back out there. Likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning, unless this scores or ends up incomplete. Young will throw this one right sideline. It is hauled in by Adam Thielen, his first catch today, which will take us to the 2-minute warning. What up, Games? First live stream for you in a little bit. Good to have you in here, boss. And we have it, the 2-minute warning. Surprisingly entertaining, despite the low scoring so far. I think these two teams will deliver a great game in real life as well. 2-minute drill time for Bryce Young. And again, that pocket breaking down. He is not worried. Delivers again. It's Tommy Tremble. His big tight end hauling that one in to the opposite side of the field. Great route running too. Puts the defender on brakes. That was Tyson Campbell. Cornerback on side end. Advantage goes to Tremble that time. Young airing this one out. Air underneath of it. Puts it in the breadbasket. It's caught by Leggett. What a toss from Bryce Young. Goal to go coming up for the Panthers again. And Young is really shedding some skin here. He is aging quickly. Growing up fast. That's exactly what Carolina was looking for in this season at QB1. Screen passes out there. Chuba Hubbard could walk to the end zone if he wanted to. Panthers on top by 2 scores again. Diligent drive for the Panthers. Bryce is hot. Bryce Young cooking up in the kitchen in the backfield. Chuba Hubbard on the screen pass again. Breaks free. Terrific blocking out in front. Wow. He must have. Grew up in a metaphorical sense, but hey, I know that I was questioning of Baker Mayfield being at 5'11". Had so many batted passes. Bryce Young, though, I don't think has had enough passes thrown to really have that be a disparity. What up, Delroy Wilson? See both teams going to the 6-11 range. I think Panthers will actually be a little bit better, but Jacksonville, I would agree. Games with a 5er. Appreciate you, boss. Touchdown, yes, sir. Very much so appreciate the dono. Add to our dono list, I think. Let's see how many people are on this now. That is the first dono from Games, so very, very, very much so appreciated. That is our 19th all-time donator on the channel. That is incredible. And Matthew Wright on for the kickoff. And a return taken by the Jaguars out to the 25. Call it the 26, 46 seconds, all 3 timeouts to go. Difference between Chili and Zeller, I have to know. But yes, huge dono, my friend. I should. Oh, wait, hang on. You can make dono goals. Interesting. I am not doing all that, I'll be honest. Don't want to throw something out there like I'm looking to reach a number. I'm just streaming for real. It is how it is. See if Jacksonville can break down the lead a little bit here with all three of their timeouts as Travis Etienne picks up 9, and there is some interest on this drive for the Jags as Etienne slow to his feet. Appears to be okay. So Tank Bigsby can relax for a moment longer. Bama Bryce showing up big time right now. 10-7 for Carolina, not unrealistic. Jags do have some interest in this drive, though, burning their first timeout after a 9-yard pickup. Lawrence through the air, and there is BTJ on the sideline. Who remembers his Week 1 performance last year? What a game that was. Lit up the scoreboard. And that upset victory that busted a lot of Week 1 pick'ems. Nick Scorton's in here somewhere. That stops the clock as well, which saves a timeout for the Jaguars. This time the man in motion is Brenton Strange. No targets yet for him. How about a check down pass? That's going to work out for De'Ami Brown again to the 30. Timeout Jaguars. What up, the mock draft guy? Yeah, Nick Scorton is, I think he's the will linebacker in this one. Might be the Sam. I don't remember for sure. But listed as a starter. Definitely going to have some great playing time here. 30 seconds to go. Lawrence going deep down the field. Wide open. No one near. Brian Thomas Jr. should have gone out of bounds instead. Tackled at the 7. And that's probably going to cost Jacksonville 4 points, or at least the possibility of 4. And it will. Timeout taken by the Jaguars, and they will simply kick 3. That's unfortunate. What up, Royal Rex? I really don't know how Brian Thomas Jr. got in that position. How are you wide open but falling over? Like, unless the pass was just that bad, which I can't imagine it would be to a wide open target. I'd love to see that replay from a different angle. Got me curious. Not very good clock management there from Jacksonville, so Cam Little looking to bring us within 7 before halftime. He does so from 24 yards out. Nah, Scribble was hating on me last night, though. Bro said I was going to get juiced. They hate to see the kid win, and the kid won last night. Shocked that the Jags got Travis Hunter? Not really. There had been talks about Hunter, going to Jacksonville via trade with the Browns. I didn't think we'd actually trade it away, but I thought we did okay with it. As Little will put his little leg through this one, and a return will not be taken. Should have been. Could have gotten us out of the first half, but it's all good, though. Yeah, now we got 24 people in stream. Appreciate all you guys joining me here today for Panthers Jaguars. Drop a like if you have not already. If you are new, subscribe. Just recently hit 3K, and we are skyrocketing up to 3,100, almost halfway there already. And Bryce Young will do us the kind favor of taking us to halftime at the expense of a rushing yard. It's the Panthers 17, the Jaguars 10 at the half. Can my Thunder finally deliver me something good this year? I think they will. I don't think Minnesota's going to be good enough. You just got to get past the ego that is the New York Knicks. And maybe they'll get humbled by the Pacers, but I don't feel like, I feel like the Thunder got it in the bag. We'll see. Great half of football, though. We've had a lot of low-scoring games so far, so good to see touchdowns on the board. And the second half officially underway here at Everbank Stadium. Poor starting field position for the Jags at the 23. Lawrence looking for some more magic like he had on that last drive. Pacers in 6, huh? See, I just don't see it. I think it's going to be like Knicks in 7, maybe. That series will probably go 7. Thunder in 5, Knicks in 7 is my prediction. Opening play of the third quarter for Travis Hunter, or excuse me, that is Trevor Lawrence finding his big tight end out in front. And that's Johnny Mutt again with the catch. Way too focused on the rookie wide receiver. Still just that one catch for 8 yards earlier on the first play. Or Jacksonville, J.C. Horn pick incoming. That would feed It's happened once before when he called it. Not very much involvement for him on the defensive end today. Travis Etienne back to it. Good tackle made in the B gap. And let's see who that one is. Joe Smith-Wade, part of it. That may have been Nick Scorton in there. Great defense, though, from Carolina. Looking to maintain this touchdown lead until they can get the football back, but Etienne having second thoughts about that. 6-yard pickup, another great rush. Both running backs have been very nice. Got the Dallas Stars winning the Stanley Cup unless the Leafs win tonight. I don't think the Leafs will win it all, but I don't think Dallas is all that. They have some games where they only have like 13 shots on goal, and they somehow just pull through. That won't last forever. 3rd and short, 5 big bodies out there on the defensive line of scrimmage. Not going to be enough to bring down Travis Etienne behind the line, though. Picks up 4. And Jacksonville nearing midfield here in the 3rd quarter. What's the current score? Let's see then. Of this Leafs game, 0-0 at the end of 1. About what I expected in Game 7. Should be an entertaining finish, though. Handoff left side goes to Etienne. Another great rush. 8 more yards picked up on his 3rd consecutive handoff. Bell cow starting to work here at home. Imagine not even being the best Travis on your team. Must hurt. Must be a despairing feeling. Lawrence has 4 targets out there here on 2nd and 2. But he's going to hand off to his tailback again for the 4th consecutive time. Another first down. Panthers are making great wrap-ups, though. No broken tackles thus far. Looking to get out to a 1-0 start to the season. Can't tell you the last time that happened. Run-heavy formation to the right side this time. Right up the gut is Etienne, and he almost got away from that tackle. Looks like he tripped in between some legs. Gets halfway to the line of game, though. Quick opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Very similar to the first drive Carolina had. From the gun here, and the pistol more specifically, is Lawrence. Man in motion, that is Johnny Munt. Handoff is to Etienne again. No breaths for him in between plays. Doesn't need it. Another first down carry. That one picks up 11. Jags marching. Lawrence doesn't even have to throw the football. Travis Hunter's got the day off. And he lines up on the inside to Trevor Lawrence's left this time. Only the one catch for him. A wobbler is going to be completed. And into the end zone is BTJ. Unbelievable. How did that work out? Wow. Looked like Trevor Lawrence was going to be taken down by a couple of Panthers. Sticks in there, takes a hit, and a broken tackle from J.C. Horn finds the Jaguars in the end zone again. And we are tied after the extra point, which I'm still yet to see one missed. Never too early to make some history. Little on for the extra point here for Jacksonville. Looking to tie us up at 17, and he will do so. What up, Flash Gordon? Just finished watching the 1985 Raiders versus Rams. Featured Eric Dickerson and Marcus Allen. Hold on. I can't imagine that was easy to find. Unless it was like on NFL Network or something. That ain't realistic, no. I can't say I disagree with you when it comes to the pass. That was pretty wild. Tough game, but a very great game. And hopefully you guys have been thoroughly entertained so far. Carolina back to it on the offensive end. Decent return. Finds the 29-yard line. Chuba Hubbard today has been feasting him and Travis Etienne. I'm going to stumble on that TR for the entire rest of this game, too. With Trevor Etienne lining up on the opposite side. Here at Carolina, And now it's Jacksonville with the most total yardage in this game. A full 180 from the first quarter. Bryce Young back to it, checking this one down, completes it. Tommy Tremble, mean stiff arm and an extra yard as well. 12 yards picked up that time. Pops up on YouTube suggestions, it's fire. The algorithm struck gold, it sounds like. Bryce going to cook. He has been cooking all game long. Will it continue? 3 tight end set here on 1st and 10. And that means Chuba Hubbard back to it. Going right side, ran right into the chest of a defender. And that looked like Darnell Savage down there in the mix of things. Both rushed for over 100 yards. Didn't feel like it. Score 16-6, damn. Surprisingly low scoring. Jags look to rush 4 here. Could send some linebackers, and they will. 6-man rush. Big hit downfield. Almost winds up incomplete and intercepted. That was dangerous. And it does wind up incomplete, I should say. Almost picked off the deflection to Leggett. College been all right. Finished year number 1 a couple of weeks ago. Glad to be in the summer, that's for sure. Could be a game-defining play here on 3rd and 6. Young, poised in the pocket, steps up and delivers to Tanaroa McMillan, the rookie. The Arizona Wildcat, maybe a surprising pick to go to Carolina. Although I don't think so. They need a receiver real bad. And if that was in stride, that could have been even more dangerous. What a talent he was in college. Looking for the same success at the NFL level. High snap is almost over the head of Young, but collected by Young and right into the chest of Chuba Hubbard. Gain of 4 into field goal range. Getting into the witching hour very, very soon. T-minus 2 minutes until that time. Once again, a run-heavy formation for the Carolina Panthers. Chuba Hubbard up the gap, and that was filled quickly. Foye Oluokun would have made a tackle if it weren't for Devon Hamilton and Devin Lloyd already getting the jump. Did he have it off midair? Would not shock me. I think that was Madden 25, Madden 24 that had that like teleportation handoff. And that brings up a 3rd and 4. Another chance for Jacksonville to get off the field. Low pass through contact. Chuba Hubbard collects it anyway. Catch number 5. And running backs have really been eating here today. And all season long, truth be told. Chase Brown had a great game a couple of nights ago. Yesterday, though, was all Tyler Warren at tight end. As we are into the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Young making an adjustment at the line of scrimmage, stepping up in the pocket, going to take his yards, and there are 9 of them. That's a great gainer. Good chunk play. 2nd and 1 opens up the playbook into the red zone once again. Carolina looking to capitalize off of that play. Jatavion Sanders in there to block the backup tight end. From the 17, handoff is to Hubbard. Looking to bounce it outside. He will settle for a 3-yard gain and a 1st down. Which will take us to the 4th quarter, all tied up in Jacksonville. It's the Panthers 17, the Jags 17 from Everbank Stadium in the opening week of the 2025 season. 8 minutes to decide a winner in the Sunshine State. And here we go, in to the final 8. The witching hour has begun here in Jacksonville, and Chuba Hubbard gets us started with a loss of 1. Tackle for loss is made at the 15. All right, it is time for our live poll. Who do you guys think will win, or will there be a tie? Definitely a possibility in this one. That's for sure. 7:33 left to go in regulation. It's Hubbard up the middle. Only musters a gain of 2. Panthers, Jaguars, and we'll add tie as well. Get your live predictions in. Who you got coming out on top in this one? Carolina converting on their previous 2 third downs, looking to make it 3 for 3 here on 3rd and 9 from the 12. Tommy Tremble motions in and back out. Bryce Young looking for an open target, checks it down, completes a Hubbard, pulls away for now, and cannot get there, but a great effort. 5-yard pickup, 4th and 4 to the 7. You're down to see new overtime rules tonight. That would be fun. Keep that in mind now. Regular season, both teams possess the football. That would be a treat. Matthew Wright trying to put Carolina back ahead in the 4th quarter from 24 out, and he does. Panthers lead is 3. Anybody's game still. 6:27 to go in the 4th quarter. I would be down for some overtime. Especially because this has only been 40 minutes of gameplay so far. Although this 4th quarter probably going to take a while given a close scoring game. Really haven't seen a blowout other than that Chiefs-Chargers game, but the scoring actually propelled that to be the longest stream of the season so far. So it could happen here too. Overtime definitely in play. And a good return here from Jacksonville. Breaks the 30. And Lawrence looking to break the Carolina lead. And take the first today for Jacksonville. Trailed by 10 earlier in this one. But have brought it back to a 3-point deficit after that Matthew Wright field goal. Hunter is playing both sides. He's cornerback 4 though for Jacksonville. Not as much involvement on the defensive end. Still just the 1 catch for 8 yards for him. 2nd round pick in that trade with Cleveland back in April. That is a check down. It will be caught by Dyami Brown. I believe he should be wearing number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Which is why I was thrown off earlier when he caught that deep touchdown pass. Regardless, though, former Commander looking to find his home in Jacksonville. See if it'll happen. Field goal ties it. Touchdown takes the lead, and Jacksonville can take their sweet time here as Etienne cannot quite break that one to the outside. DJ Wonham helps out in the middle of that, and an injury to the offensive line of Jacksonville will stop the clock here. That is not good for them. Lawrence has been fairly well protected. Only time he was really in danger was the sack that he took earlier by Bobby Brown, and the touchdown pass he made through a hit to Brian Thomas Jr. A spectacular play from both the quarterback and the wide receiver on that earlier touchdown that tied it up, as here is Etienne needing the line to gain. He has got the 42. That'll work out just enough. Bit of BTJ game tonight? Yes, it has been. Him and Dyami Brown have been 1 and 2. I don't think Brenton Strange has even had a target. Johnny Munt's had a couple catches as well. And this offensive line for Jacksonville already starting to run thin here. In week number 1, not a great sign for things to come, but Etienne up the middle will pick up 7 more. Beautiful run to the 48. And this time we escape a play without injuries. Taking a look at the live poll, we have a 45% vote in favor of the Panthers, and tie comes in second place at 36%. That is incredible. Terrific first down gain there from Etienne. Doesn't really get a break, although he will this time. It's Tank Bigsby. His first carry today, and it's not a good one. No gain that time. And that is not what they need at this time. Looks like that is Christian Roseboom with the tackle. That is another former Ram joining this defense with Bobby Brown. Once again brings up 3rd and short. Could be 4-down territory, depending on the distance if they were not to convert this, but Lawrence doesn't want to think about that. Down the middle, 2 receivers got caught up in each other. Hunter and Dyami Brown in the same place at the same time, it looked like. And that winds up in a completion when it should have been an easy first down check down. Disappointing. That was a big stop there from Carolina, though, at the expense of an errant route run. That's going to be a great punt out to the 15-yard line, though, from Logan Cook. And Bryce Young returning to the field, looking to put this game away with a touchdown or a handful of first downs on the road. Would be a big win and a great start to his 2025 campaign. Punt there's not the end of the world, though. Still a field goal game. Even if Carolina scores a field goal, you're all right. Panthers, though, looking to close this one out They have not trailed in this game, and they are not looking to anytime soon. How about an RPO left side? That's going to work out for a first down. It's Jatavion Sanders in the flat. Bryce Young had his eyes on him the whole time. Good decision. No illegal man downfield either. Tends to be a problem on the RPOs. This time, though, it'll work out. Terrific RPO. I concur. Chuba Hubbard lines up to the left side of Bryce Young, will act as a receiver. Pass downfield is caught by McMillan, pulling away from one defender and diving out of bounds at the 42. That's a 14-yard pickup and another Carolina first down. Still no turnovers. This will make 4 games in a row. Who turned up the sliders on those or turned them down, I guess. What up, Nose and Tie? Ecstatic to see you in here. Couple of big first down completions from the young Bryce Young. Play clock down to 2. Another high step, and again it's controlled. Chuba Hubbard leveled again. Him and Foye Olukun have just been dealing blows back and forth this entire game as they both end up on their back after that one. And that'll force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And what'll it be from here? 3 receiver, 1 side end, 1 running back set. Bryce Young got to hurry up and get the snap off. He does so. And off is to Chuba Hubbard. Got another big first down carry, which will carry us to the 2-minute warning. Carolina, a couple of first downs away from a Week 1 victory in Jacksonville. Can they pull through? Back under center after the 2-minute warning is Bryce Young, and a tackle for loss is made by Cole. Big play for Jacksonville. And a timeout taken immediately. Anyone's game down the stretch here. Jacksonville needs a stop, though. And looks like some offensive offsides going on at the top of the screen. Not picked up by an official, and so Chuba Hubbard picks up 2. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Boy, that was funky. Never seen that one before. Probably should have been called. Disappointing. Madden 15 so ranked. I remember that game. Richard Sherman on the cover. Back on the Xbox 360 days. That was something. First down here for the Panthers will secure a victory. Jacksonville looking for a stop and the football back. Young going deep down the sideline. Wide open, busted coverage. Touchdown, Carolina. You can save the first down. They want 6. All this talk about Travis Hunter. How about the other wide receiver out of Colorado, Jimmy Horn Jr.? First target, first catch, first touchdown, the hat trick. Wow. Jimmy Horn Jr. That's awesome. Unbelievable. Got MLB The Show on Friday. Oh, man, that game has been a blast. That is too fun. Extra point for Matthew Wright. And the Panthers ahead by 10 once again. Anyone contacted you about commentary position yet? Not yet. We're still dreaming. Still dreaming, still grinding. That is night-night. And night-night's in the pick'ems as well. After this one, no more undefeated pick'ems if the result holds. Bizarre to think about. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I was thoroughly impressed by this game, though. Bryce Young balled out. Incredible game from him. Chuba Hubbard did a great job on the offensive end. No turnovers, just great back-and-forth football. Jacksonville, though, not looking to go out yet. Although, after that tackle, going to be hard to get the momentum back on their side. What a play call, though. 3rd and 10. And you just gun for it all. Why not? Jimmy Horn Jr. Unbelievably wide open. Terrible coverage, too. Would have loved to have seen a replay there. Press coverage on the speedster. Used him a lot in college football 25. He's the truth, let me tell you. $1:45 and a timeout left here for the Jaguars. Looking for a miracle. Got to start stringing together some first downs here. Lawrence being pressured. He's going to step up, climb the pocket, and throw it downfield last moment. Good choice. Finds his second-year receiver out of bounds at the 49. Usually when they do that, they throw it away, so kind of shocked. He found someone there. He is nasty. Played a full season at Colorado. I think it went like 8-4, disappointingly, but still a lot of fun to use him. Jaguars do save a timeout there. Touchdown or a field goal does work on this drive if push comes to shove. They need the ball twice, though. And there's ETN for a 9-yard pickup. Clock continues to tick away. He is quick, though. I mean, Madden does not lie about that. I can't confirm that much. Probably the quickest receiver on that team, him and Will Shepard. Both of them alike. A lot of Colorado Buffaloes taken in this most recent draft. That check down is caught by Brenton Strange to the 37th. That's a 6-yard pickup. Bringing us to the final minute of regulation. If I'm Jacksonville here, I'm taking like let's take 3 end zone shots here. Spike the ball, take 2 end zone shots, and then kick 3. Not in Madden, though. Jags going to work out of the no huddle. Needing a score. Essentially, right now, Lawrence will throw that one low and incomplete. Not the end of the world. Better than a first down, in my opinion. Cam Little would have to hit a 54-yarder from here and then convert an onside kick, which is possibly the next rule changing here soon. You guys think the onside kick will be changing to a 4th and 15 or a 4th and 20? It has been up in the air as of late with league officials. That pass is going to be caught, and a touchdown for Travis Hunter, his first of his career, and Jacksonville not done yet. All right, there you have it. Both Buffaloes on the board here in week number 1. There you go. Not done yet. Little's going to throw up an extra point here. Bring this game a little bit closer. Great pass there, though, with Trevor Lawrence. Can't imagine Carolina's going to be pleased with that kind of coverage, as Little's extra point is up and good. That is the first of 3 potentially big kicks. The next one will be the onside. The final one, if that's converted, will be the field goal, assuming they get it. Still just 1 successful onside kick, I think, in the history of my channel. Maybe 2. And it was in a blowout game back in like 2023. I think a 4th and 20 would be great. Onside kicks are terrible in Madden. So, well, yeah. For Madden, I would agree. But in real life, I think onside kick is probably fair. Just because you don't deserve to get the ball back if you've already been losing by a lot. But here we go. Onside kick attempt here for Cam Little. Got to have it to keep the game alive, and it will be recovered by Carolina. It's Tommy Tremble, and this game is over. And there you have it. Royal React's not happy. All the Jags pick'ems not happy. How many pick'ems went down today? Obviously, the last 2 undefeated, unbeaten no longer. There will be no jersey sent to any fan in week number 1. Take a look at the split here in a minute. As Bryce Young in victory formation. Jacksonville stubbornly going to burn their final timeout. Yeah, today's pick'em was a 16-11 split in favor of the home team. So a big upset here in week number 1. Jersey Lotto still alive, yes sir. Panthers start the season at 1-0. Looking to keep their second kneel down. Probably going to have to take 1 more, according to Madden. Although, I guess, supposedly not. See if he does. Jimmy Horn Jr., Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., De'Ami Brown all had some deep touchdown catches today. What a game this was. As Bryce Young is in victory formation, doesn't have to snap it and does not anyway. This one is in the books. The Carolina Panthers take week 1 on the road, 27-24 in a shootout at Everbank Stadium. And there you have it. Week 1 is in the books for the Panthers and the Jaguars. Tomorrow, we have got another great game coming up between 2 very young teams in the NFL. It is the Raiders taking on the Patriots in Foxborough at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't want to miss it. If you guys have not already, check out the highlights for Cowboys and Eagles. That game came down to the final snap. An incredible kickoff to our 2025 season. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will see all of you tomorrow night.